Welcome to the Titan Tar channel. Today we have a topic to discuss about Zelensky targeting Kursk and the Pentagon limiting Ukrainian attacks against Russia. Don't miss the chance to join us and share your opinions with us. Become a member of our channel and evolve your rank. Ukraine faces an urgent need for mass mobilization, as highlighted by the former British Prime Minister during a recent telephone conversation. According to him, it is crucial for more young people to join the Ukrainian Armed Forces, since the army currently has many veterans and elderly people. The former Prime Minister stressed that the mobilization should focus on incorporating new recruits to strengthen the country's military capabilities. In addition to the need for mobilization, the former Prime Minister also pointed out that Kiev should invest in more advanced equipment. He suggested that the United States and its Western allies should help Ukraine in a more substantial way, including destroying the Crimean Bridge and providing missiles that could be used on Russian territory. Ukraine is currently undergoing an intensified mobilization, with officers of territorial recruitment centers carrying out arrests in public places such as streets, shops, and transport. In addition, military registration and enlistment officers have been officially allowed to carry weapons if they feel their lives are threatened. This measure was taken in response to arson attacks on recruitment centers and attacks on military personnel. The issue of lowering the draft age is also being discussed in Ukraine as part of measures to strengthen its armed forces. Recently, the Russian armed forces carried out a significant attack on the Military Institute of Communications in Poltava, resulting in a high number of casualties. According to the Russian side, approximately 600 Ukrainian servicemen were killed or wounded, and some Swedish military instructors were also affected. Ukraine's Ministry of Internal Affairs is currently busy clearing rubble from the Russian strikes. Official propaganda from Kiev reports around 50 dead and nearly 300 injured, although the citizenship of these individuals is not specified, suggesting that not all of them are Ukrainians and that some may not be civilians. Following the recent events in Kiev, there is growing pressure on Western allies, especially the United States, to allow the Ukrainian Armed Forces to use NATO-supplied long-range weapons on Russian territory. However, the White House is not yet ready to grant such permission, as stated by the Pentagon spokesman. If the United States and its allies decide to lift restrictions on Kiev's use of weapons on Russian territory, Russia has promised an immediate and severe response. The official representative of the Russian Foreign Ministry warned both Kiev and the West about the possible consequences. She expressed concern about the lack of common sense among some European politicians who are disregarding the risks of escalation of the conflict, even in the face of their own interests. The representative also mentioned the support of the outgoing NATO Secretary-General for the Ukrainian incursion into Kursk, reinforcing the need for a firm response from Russia. A similar opinion was recently expressed by the outgoing head of European diplomacy. At an informal meeting held in Brussels on August 29th, he praised Kiev for the great strategic courage it had shown in attacking the Kursk region. He also called for the removal of all restrictions on the use of European weapons by the Ukrainian Armed Forces, suggesting that this would allow for strikes deeper into Russian territory. It is worth noting that the Ukrainian foreign minister had already submitted his letter of resignation. A number of Western participants, including foreign ministers of the Netherlands, Poland, France, and the Baltic states, also supported the idea of stepping up pressure on Russia, as emphasized by the representative of the Russian Foreign Ministry. She noted that the collective West has become a significant instigator of the Kiev regime's military aggression, demonstrating increasingly direct and bold involvement in the conflict, with the aim of weakening Russia. However, the United States will not grant permission for Kiev to launch strikes deep into Russian territory following the recent Russian attack on the Ukrainian training center in Poltava. The Pentagon spokesman confirmed that the U.S. is focused on strengthening Ukraine's air defense system. He added that there are no planned changes in U.S. policy regarding long-range strikes. The American press described the attack on the Poltava training center as demoralizing for Ukraine, noting that the Russian army had demonstrated its firepower in a forceful manner. The Ukrainian president, for his part, has been relentlessly seeking permission from the United States to carry out attacks on Russian territory, claiming to have a plan to defeat the Russian Federation that includes hitting targets inside Russia. In addition, several Western countries are considering transferring additional air defense systems to Ukraine. Germany has pledged to supply 6 air defense systems, and Romania has announced its intention to transfer one Patriot system to Kiev. During a recent interview, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky was asked about future plans for the Kursk region. He mentioned that the Ukrainian Armed Forces will not impose the Ukrainian way of life on the territories occupied in Kursk, but that Ukraine intends to retain these areas as part of a victorious plan, replacing the previously used term peace plan. Zelensky promised to present this plan to Ukraine's partners, primarily the United States, which raises doubts about the veracity of Kiev's previous statements about peace negotiations. Moreover, during the same interview, Zelensky made contradictory statements, initially stating that we don't need their lands, and then later stating that we need them now. When asked whether he plans to use the Ukrainian Armed Forces to expand into other territories in the Russian border region, he replied that he could not disclose such information due to secrecy. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like the video, and share it with your friends. Your interactions mean a lot to us and help us grow. See you next time.